of November. And you know what comes after the month of November? Oh, December, no, be like, December. Yo, what's up? How you doing? How's your mind? How's your body? And of course, how is your soul? How was your weekend? What happened? What happened during your weekend? I mean, did you go out? Did you stay indoors like some of us did? Did you go to fellowship? Did you go to your place of worship? Did you make the most of your weekend by doing some household chores, some cooking here and there? Did you bond with family? Did you spend time with your significant other? What exactly made your weekend exactly fulfilling for you? Well, for me, Saturday, I was indoors throughout. I didn't know what the outside world looked like because, to be honest, I can't be bothered. But yesterday, I made an effort to step out of my house, even though I didn't go to anywhere fancy. Just went to see family and then back home. And here I am today, ready, rejuvenized, ready to have ethical, philosophical, and thought-provoking discussion. How's your mind? How's your body? And of course, how is your soul? Now, we're going to have a conversation, but before we begin the conversation, have you entered today's one-play draw? You haven't? You're waiting to be told? Oh, okay. And also win 75,000 naira or 50,000 naira on Friday. So one ticket, two opportunities. You either win during the daily draws happening Mondays, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday up until Friday, or you win on jackpot Friday, which is on Friday. It's very easy. All you have to do is get on the website www.oneplay.ng. That's the number one, then play.ng. Purchase your tickets or as many tickets as possible with just 500 naira. I need you to remember, the more tickets you buy, the higher your chances of winning. You can also use the USSD code *347 *880 *6 hash *347 *880 *6 hash. Now that we have that out of the way, shall we begin our conversation? The line between professionalism and humanity is the conversation. A place for you to listen, and then we analyze together, and then we get the HRO perspective of things, and I open the phone lines, and then we try to answer the questions. I was hoping that before I came on air, I would have seen some comments from our pre-sale on social media, but sadly, that didn't happen. However, these are the two questions we're looking to answer today. Beyond a 1 minute silence, what is the most human and most appropriate way for a modern company to genuinely support staff after the death of a team or just emotional? Don't you while we're having this conversation? Take a listen.
Okay, I'm getting some thumbs up. I'm gonna go ahead and get started.
talking about feeling the person's position before Thanksgiving, someone should already put out an ad for a job placement on all boards, including on LinkedIn. And everybody was just supposed to move on. Like, I just lost my colleague. This person was with us for 18 years. I've been here for 20 years and I met him here. I've been here for, and he says he wants to vote another Claudia. What was the Claudia situation? Was it that people were mourning too much and it just felt like to control the tempo, you decide how people were going to grieve? I don't know, it just reminds me of someone, a colleague's passing that made news all over Nigeria. And when I saw the video, the sort of tribute video from the media organization, and some of the broadcast around that period, it should have showed that these people were actually dealing with a lot. And yes, the show has to go on. The show must go on. But how quickly should it go on? Because we're talking about something a little more serious today. Something I think has hit a nerve with everyone who has spent the last few years either working from home or showing up at a physical office. They just hold a 1 minute silence for a colleague who passed away. And the second the minute is up, the CEO or manager says, right, moving on. Let's discuss Q3 projections. The clip is it's funny, really, in a darkly comedic way, but it also shines a light on something pretty uncomfortable. I mean, come on. You spent over 40 hours a week with them. Then straight back to business, like, you guys are robots. You guys do not have emotion. A minute of awkward silence in a virtual meeting. Does it qualify as a genuine tribute to the colleague who passed? Or is it just checking a box so the company can say, we did our parts, and get back to making money immediately? Hey, don't die now. Life goes on. So, what's the big deal? That's life now. That's how it happens. So I have two questions for us on the show today. While I get ready to play the sound from Tutu Danjuma, who is HR expert. I mean, I've had her on my show several times. Then today, she just couldn't be live with me on a phone call because she has to get on to other things. However, she sent me an audio that I would play in course of a conversation. But think about it. Have you ever experienced a moment in the workplace, either in the office or online, where your company's reaction to a major life event, like a death, a birth, or a sickness, felt completely awkward or just emotionally tone deaf? So person just born. Congratulations now. For somebody that has been here for this long. So the person is not feeling fine, or the sickness is really, try. May go help and me go well soon. So the person just died. Who died? So person. And let me also ask, the position the person occupies, does it determine how the colleagues feel the person's passing? I'll give you an example. Will the company feel the same way when a managerial staff or administrative staff dies? Like they will feel it when it's a janitor, when it's a security personnel, what some of us call gatesman and megad. Will it be the same when it's the CEO or the COO or the manager or the managing director? Will the atmosphere be different depending on who exactly the person was? Whether it's for celebration, whether it is for something as sad as an ailment or a demise. Question number 2. Beyond a 1 minute silence, what is the most human and most appropriate way for a modern company to genuinely support staff after the death of a team member? Now, they always say this. They say that you just have to go to, you're just supposed to go to work and then go home. You're not supposed to be making friends. I mean, the workplace is not for making friends and all of that. But then there are times when, in course of doing a particular job, you bonded with more than one staff member. So when the person departs, you don't just feel this as he was my colleague. You feel like this person was literally family. Yes, we met here. So if this person dies, I'm sorry, I can't function well at work today. I'm sorry, but hey, hello, Mr. Chukwemeka just died. He was a key member in this organization. You're just telling us to move on like nothing happened. Mr. Chukwemeka that usually was the last person to leave this office, or was the first person to show up here. Yes, emotions, and you're just supposed to contain them because the job must go on. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809-030-6416. And on X at Nigeria Info page and Facebook page Nigeria Info 92.3 page. So let me take this call first, and then we'll get HR's perspective on the said matter. I have a certain hold on a second. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing this
Israel, welcome Israel. Is there something you can do about the volume? Your volume?
Okay, my volume.
It's very, very low. I tried to tweak things here in the studio thinking it was coming from us. Israel, can you hear me?
Israel, yeah. Yes, your question about you saying that whether it is a security guard or a managerial position that dies or has an accident, that maybe they will be recognizing each of them differently. Yes. Or the issue is that it depends the condition of the service of the company. Some of these companies we have been talking about, because I was working in a company before, so the condition of them sometimes is very bad. They don't regard their staff. If the security of a company and somebody being a manager, the way they treated the security guard and the manager are not the same. If the security guard or any of the position, there may be mechanic or maybe a driller has an accident, it will not be regarded. The company will not regard that junior staff or maybe the job they did that is common. They only regard the managerial position. And anytime they got an accident, the first thing they will do is to stay 4 minutes silent. And some companies do, they don't even regard their staff. What they will do, they will not even give that person a tangible money to treat himself. Rather, they will take him to hospital. Maybe when after staying for 1 week, only 1 week, they will discharge the person. Whether the sickness is over or not over, they don't even care. Because when I'm working in a drilling company, we used to have an accident sometimes because that job is a very, very hazardous job. So if the company does not even care anybody when they are in service, what accident, what is there after is you will do their job credibly. But apart from doing their job credibly, if you got an accident, nobody cares about you. That is why most of all these companies, they are not operating fine. They cheated their workers. Thank you very much, Israel.
Israel, thank you for sharing with us. So Israel, if I could piece together what Israel said, he talked about the fact that your position in the company will determine how things pan out for you or anyone that is affected by whatever it is that has happened to you. But I still need to get more thoughts from you. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Remember, we're talking the thin line between professionalism and humanity. Beyond a 1-minute silence, what is the most human and most appropriate way for a modern company to genuinely support staff after the death of a team member? Nigerian Info, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Adima Charles.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I want to speak of what about safety concerning type of what we do in our various establishments.
Okay.
It's not all the management that care about staff safety. Some companies, they don't care about it. They don't just want it delivery. I know of somebody that had an accident in a company those years back, with 2005.
Okay, can you hear me? What's your name again?
I said, Charles.
Charles, we're not talking about companies who care about staff safety. We're talking about losing a staff member and how things are supposed to be done. For instance, you have a colleague, let's say his name is Chukwuemeka. If Chukwuemeka dies, or if any of your colleagues had died before, how did they go about it, especially with support for you, the colleagues of Chukwuemeka who are equally feeling his loss?
Okay, sorry then. All right, thank
How did we get this mixed up? Is it because of what the first caller said? It could be. So let me go over the conversation again briefly so that we understand context. Between professionalism and humanity. I shared with us a video of someone in an online meeting. They had lost someone and he brought it up in the meeting. And then the way he didn't know the person's name really. He had to check the screen to be sure of the name. He had to check the screen to be sure of how long the person had worked with them. And then said, oh, he did great work with us for the past 18 years. He was with us. So let's, 1 minute silence. And then after the 1 minute silence, boom, everybody gets back to work like nothing happened. And we're already talking about finding his replacement. The person just died. No reference to how the colleagues who had worked with him for the past 18 years were feeling. So for a company